When I asked the seer for medical specialists, a plumber was not what I had in mind. Trust in the Order to think outside of the box. A little token of my appreciation for a job well done. Now, will there be anything else? Thanks to you, our automechanical doctor has been dispensing medication and setting broken limbs with tireless efficiency. Here, you've earned it. Now, will there be anything else? How can I be of service? Since you aren't a refugee, I hope you understand that I cannot offer my goods free of charge, but my prices are fair.
My time is yours. I haven't any time for idle chatter, but I suppose I can carve out a moment for urgent business.
My noggin sure is sore.
Step right up. My merchandise is only getting better with age. What fine contraband might I supply you with this day? Savvier than you look. Might be that I've got an agent over by the Guardian Estates that I haven't heard from in a spell. If you perhaps find yourself over that way, and perhaps make sure that the aforementioned agent hasn't been torn limb from limb, Sub Rosa would be most grateful. Feast thine eyes on the merchandise!
Go on, get out of here. Scram!
Ow.
back. Please tell me you've had some luck in finding us compression coil. Lovely. It's a start.
Another mercenary. Better get my bits into the betting pool before they get themselves turned into paste.
Fire!
It's a fight!
Things take time, Commander.
Troublemaker approaching.
A lot. Let's weapon prime!
Let me know.
I'm seeing unfriendly soldiers.
Help me out!
Step aside. Wine, all on the wrist.
Step aside. Swine. Either restore my life or avenge my death!
Knew you had my back. Take a look! I couldn't hit the broadside of a freighter. I'm at.
Recharge for mayhem!
On the wrist. This might sting. A lot.
Shame you had to get rid of Inez like that. But if I'm being honest, having a walking testament to the cruelty of corporations on the team made me a tad uncomfortable.
Such as?
here! Free hole in the head!
Look sharp. It's a fight. Step aside. Lift weapon. Look sharp. It's a fight. Recharge for mayhem.
Got a distraction for you. I'm the one you need to worry about. Knew you had my back.
Look sharp. It's a fight.
Troublemaker approaching.
Lift weapon prime.
Sorry, give the order and I'll take care of him, Commander.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
this off. Stand me back up.
How's that, Commander?
Recharge for mayhem.
Mantisaurs are down, Commander. Oh, they're coming from everywhere.
Let's let them cry.
Look at a few corks. Guns cocked and loaded. Just get the signal.
Recharge for mayhem!
A lot.
Look sharp, it's a fight!
Over here! Free hole in the head! You lot could hit the broadside of a freighter! Appreciate a little help, Commander.
Let weapons cry!
A lot.
Recharge the mayhem!
Knew you had my... Fire movement!
weapon prime!
Call on the wrist. This might sting. A lot.
Jump two. How are you still upright over there? Over here. Three hole in the head. Hey, got a distraction for you.
Recharge for mayhem! On the wrist. Either restore my life or
Hostile spot.
look sharp! It's a fight! Wrist weapon prime!
Heck it!
This might sting! A lot.
Let me know when you need a distraction. I'm the one you need to worry about. Dip me in. Help me out. I'll see if I'm firmly stored.
Either restore my life or avenge.
Look sharp! Fight! Wrist weapon prime!
Spy move. Get the water and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Being this close to DeVries feels like we're finally on track to set the universe aright. Anyway, need something, Commander? Sure. Always happy to tool around for a bit. What did you have in mind?
Distraction for you.
On the wrist. This might sting. A lot.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Knew you had my back. Troublemaker approaching. These things take time, Commander.
Step aside. Wine all in the wrist.
Recharge for mayhem!
My sting. A lot. Step aside. Wine.
Knew you had. Ready to take the heat off you.
Let's jump in prime.
You seeing what I'm seeing right now, Commander?
Honestly, Bradford, I've no notion about how cool your conniption. Corporate says I'm in charge, so I'm...
help me, please! I didn't do what they say I done! Hey, stranger! Please, you gotta help me. They're gonna railroad me into a guilty verdict. Then I'll be declogging sewer sediment tanks until I'm dead enough to mulch. They're saying I murdered an officer, but they don't care what I've got to say about it. They just want me locked in here until they pen me in the sewers. I've absolutely no notion as to why. I've never been in no kind of trouble. I'm a good employee, I do my job, and I don't complain. And honestly, I actually like Chief Cuddy. He'd get you extra shifts if you asked, and only ding your pay if you really screwed up. And sometimes, if you really had to go, he'd even cover your bog breaks, pro bono. I'd never have hurt the chief, even if you offered to pay me to do it. I don't think nobody killed Cuddy. I was there. That's why they think I did it, and he was fine. Well, he was fine up until he wasn't, and then he just swole up and died. But the way he swole up, it's something Cuddy always said might happen. Only it don't make no sense that it happened now. I know, everyone keeps saying so, but I don't know what else to do. I've got no motive, I ain't gaining nothing, and I've answered all their questions. Evidence? How can I have evidence I'm innocent? You think I got a recording of me almost killing Cuddy and then stopping, but him dying anyways? We were eating chow at our post. Cuddy asked me to try his because it tasted funny, but I tried it and it was fine, just like mine. Then he just swole up, turned blue, and died. I made a ruckus, which called everyone in, and all they saw was him dead and me fine. So Security Officer Abner charged me with murder and threw me in here. It was exactly what Cuddy said would happen if he ate Crabble. He was deathly allergic to Crabble. But we ate Sisty stew, fresh from the can. And ain't no Crabble in Sisty stew. Yup. Cuddy had told everybody about his allergy, repeatedly. Over and over, constantly. Nobody would have served him Crabble knowing that. But that's still gotta be how he died. So, I need you to talk to Security Officer Abner, remind him of the allergy, and let him toss all my gear. He won't find Crabble anywhere. No, that was days ago, and they tossed out the rest of the stew. So I don't even know if the docs will still be able to tell it was allergies that did in Cuddy. He will. He has to. It's the truth. I didn't murder nobody. Please, make him understand.
Yes, I hope you're not here to apply for employment. I'm already overwhelmed by the sheer volume of peons I'm forced to oversee. And if you're here as a spy, know that the temporary ceasefire is on tenuous footing. So if you stay, it's likely just a matter of time before I'll be stringing you up. That's right. Auntie's Choice and the Order stopped officially shooting at each other almost 3 years ago. Since then, we've just been sitting here twiddling our thumbs. Although, whatever's happening with Outpost Opportunity may well signal the exciting and lucrative return of open hostilities. Regardless, you're clearly not part of a little cosmic serial, so why are you in my base? Spectacular! We haven't had a chance to do business with outsiders in an age. Welcome to Fort Endurance, Auntie's southernmost base of operations and a hub of comfort and commerce. Or at least we will be in a year or two. Oh yes, Auntie's Choice may not be your first choice, but thanks to our aggressive expansionism and occupation policies, we're soon to be your only choice. This is where we train Auntie's first division of post-negotiation Mantisaur aggressors, under Strategic Ingestment Executive Wojciech, senior-most commander at Fort Endurance. Executive Wojciech says he is pleased to welcome a future customer into our base. Now you're starting to sound like some of the wagabouts I've got under my command. Why would I be anything but serious? Executive Wojciech has been part of this unit since he was just a pupa. As he grew, he's shown exceptional bravery, stoic stalwartness, and strong leadership. It's earned him promotion after promotion, until our last battle against the Order deprived us of our former chief executive and left him as the senior-most trooper. The executive welcomes you, but would like to know what your business is in our base. My experimental mantisaur graft lets me speak with him as easily as I do with you. He emits pheromones that my antenna can detect. He wouldn't be much of a commander if he couldn't communicate with the troops.
You may have heard stranger stories, but never one quite so full of spratdon.
Designer Bradford, you've been warned about disrespecting the chain of command.
And you've been reminded, repeatedly, that I'm not under your chain of command. I'm technically under the Mantisaur, but that's got nothing to do with you. I just wanted to make it clear to our newcomer that you are full of shit. You've always been full of shit, and you will always be full of shit. So you're best ignored entirely.
That is quite enough, designer. Of course not. I'm just a lowly trooper acting as interpreter. Otherwise, surely these folks would have figured it out by now.
We have all figured it out. Unfortunately, I'm the only one willing to say it to your face.
Yes, well, please excuse our curmudgeonly biologist. She's been a pill ever since the promotion that made Wojciech outrank her. Still, that ugly moment behind us, it's a comfort to my mind that you're here. Executive Wojciech has an assignment we're desperate to have done, but it can only go to someone outside our chain of command.
Ugh, not this crabble scat again. There is zero chance you're right. Zero. And this brilliant assignment of yours didn't go so well for the last group.
Just rumors and conjecture. The base gossip is that another team was sent to recover the pupa and never returned. But I'm sure they're just deserters. Wojciech can sense that there are some kind of mutated mantisaurs over yonder, and he wants us to secure one of their pupas to raise as his own.
Oh, stop it. The creature doesn't want a pupa. He doesn't want to breed a superior race of mantisaurs. He wants to eat meat, excrete the excess, and be left alone. That's it. Even if he could ask for a pupa from a rival nest, he'd probably just eat the law-be-damned thing to cut down on competition. He's a bug, nothing more.
That is enough. One more word in question of our executive officer, and I'll have you pitched over the edge with the rest of the enemies we've conquered here.
Yes, sir.
Exactly. With it, Wojciech can raise a Zeranium-mutated Mantisaur army, which will be even more dangerous than the ones Auntie's Choice evolved from the Halcyon stock. We need you to infiltrate the mutated Mantisaur nest, secure a mutated pupa, and bring it to me here. Do that, and I, and Executive Wojciech, shall make sure you are well rewarded for your efforts. What? I can't even imagine the odds that you just happened upon a Zeranium-mutated pupa in your travels, but that's exactly what we need. Now, if you'll just hand it here, I'll...
No. You really don't want to do that.
Biologist Bradford, that is quite enough of...
Listen to me. The man is a charlatan, a fraud. And if you give him the specimen, it will be forever lost to his ignorance. And while it's not unique, it is difficult to acquire. The Mantisaur doesn't want it, nor could it ask him for it. Wentworth only knows it was there because I made the mistake of telling him it was almost a certainty. If you give it to him, it will be wasted. If you give it to me, the science I will perform will fuel biological weapon advancements currently only dreamed of.
Bradford, I am the commander of this base, and you will...
You are nothing but a bottom-ranked trooper who has lied his way to power. But your tongue betrays your grift.
That is enough. Me and the Mantisaur are one. Whether I speak or it speaks, it's all the same voice. And right now, we are both contemplating some frontline service for you. I will take the pupa now, if you please. What? Of course. Its name is Wojciech, its favorite color is blue, and it had 27 brothers when it spawned.
Is that seriously the best you've got?
My ability to communicate with the commander has convinced Auntie's Choice, and that should be enough to convince you, too. Finally, Wojciech can begin breeding our new Mantisaur army.
Ain't surprised, just disappointed.
What have you done? You stupid bug! You've ruined everything!
Mantisaurs, eyes up, troops! A mess of the bastards are coming from the east.
Did they follow those folks back from that nest?
Head off the side out while willing. Let me know when you need a distraction. Today's battle cry. Got my left.
Recharge for mayhem! This might sting. A lot. All in the wrist.
Quite the nasty way to die.
Well, what have we here? You couldn't look less Auntie's choice if you tried. So what are you doing in our fort? What on this face conjures the notion that I'm looking for random chatter? Go away, I'm busy. You're back? Why? Oh, is that a fact? Then why don't you elucidate my shitty judgment, genius? What? How could that be? I made the stew myself and every one of us ate it. What? That's ridiculous. It was nothing but canned cysty stew. Stew that I Oh. Oh no. Oh, did you say Crabble? Well, he told everyone that. But that ain't exactly the same as it actually being true. See, Cuddy was what you'd call a complainer. He complained about the food. He complained about the weather. He complained about his bunk. He complained about everything. He's also somebody's nephew. Some junior executive. And if you gave him reason enough to complain about you, he'd take it up with his uncle, and it'd come back down in your head. Law, no. At least, not on purpose. Half his gripes were really nothing but reasons to grouse. But if you push back too hard, he'd run to his uncle. So most of us just ignored him, assuming he was constantly full of it. And didn't think twice about doing things like stretching the stew with canned Crabble stock. What? No, it was an accident. Nobody would have, at least nobody'd mean to. Law, his uncle is gonna see me transferred to mid-operation engine cleaning on the claim. Unless, hey, how'd you like to make some bits? Some real bits? And keep a tragic accident that'll lead to the end of a promising career. Total secret. Well, no. Not yet you haven't. See, I can't just let Bardot go. There'd be questions, accusations, and assumptions as to who was responsible. And that's no kind of solution. And even worse, since there's apparently nobody coming to do an autopsy, I might have to just send Bardot to the claim to start her sentence on all available evidence. Absolutely. Come on now. You need to reconsider. I'm offering you good bits for easy work. You'll also be saving at least one life from the toils of endless labor.
What's happening? Are you making any progress? Thank you, but please hurry. I've got severe claustrophobia, and being locked in this tiny cage makes me feel like I've got a Manosaur Queen sitting on my chest.
Oh, lovely. You again. I hope you realize that you contributed to that insanity. For all we know, it was murdering the pupa that caused the Manosaurs to attack. You actually make a good point. Not that it really matters now. Who knows what our superiors are gonna say about this bumblefuck. Now, if you'll excuse me, we've quite a mess to clean up.
It's over. I can't believe that stupid Mantisaur ruined everything. Now it'll be back to the front lines on Paradise Island.
Honestly, why do you persist in antagonizing me? Thank law. I was genuinely concerned I'd have to sort this out on my own, but I'd much rather pay you and drop the charges against Bardot instead. So we got this thing. An acidic dematerializer that we use to melt mantisaur dung, so it don't call in the local wildlife. But it'll actually work on anything. That means if someone used it to melt Cuddy, there would be no body, which would mean no autopsy, which would mean no evidence, which would end the investigation. I'd do it myself, but my boss said she's on her way for a surprise inspection, so I can't leave. But if you go find one and melt the body, I'll make it worth your while. Well, then she's cleared, of course. No more questions asked. She goes free, you get bits, I get on with my life. Deal? Come on now. You need to reconsider.
Damage-prone daredevil, you're getting battered and bruised, brutally battling Auntie's enemies. So we're honoring your sacrifice, but welcome to Bonnie's Barely Above-Board Battlefield Bazaar, brought to you by Auntie's Choice. We know consumers are highly discerning in how they spend their bits in an active war zone, and I really appreciate you dodging literal bullets to bring me your business. And to show my gratitude, I'm offering you and only you a one-of-a-kind, once-in-a-lifetime, exclusively discounted rate of 4/5 of Auntie's standard profiteering rate. Only so long as you tell nobody of this amazing offer. If everybody got that deep a discount, I'd go out of business for sure. So what will you be buying today? Welcome back to Bonnie's Barely What can I get you? Suit yourself.
Hello there, consumer. If you haven't yet, you should be sure to avail yourself of our retail opportunities downstairs. You here for the view? Checking that the cables I patched are staying together. When that big old gun downstairs was working, it rattled the wiring in the walls, so sometimes the lines short out. They bled us with constant shelling for the better part of 3 months, and it barely earned us a few dozen kilometers. Truth be told, I never thought we'd make it. Those sovereign sanctions can reach all the way across Golden Ridge. They rain shells the size of crabbles on us day and night. They made the invasion stall about 5 kilometers away, and would have ground us to dust if the cannons hadn't stopped and the Protectorate retreated. At first we thought it was a trap, that they'd start shelling again as soon as we popped our heads up, but there was nothing. We basically walked the rest of the way here. We didn't find out why until we got here and learned the Protectorate wasn't. The Protectorate hightailed it. They decided that if the Order was going to splinter off on its own, then it could fuel its own army and fight its own battles. Those Protectorate bootlicks took everything not nailed down, leaving the Order to try and figure out how to wage war with no gear and almost no know-how. It took them weeks to rally, and by then we owned most of Golden Ridge. If Andy'd only send a few thousand more troops, we'd shove them completely off this rock. Of course, I've seen about every meter of this rock by one means or another. So if you're looking to bargain, I'm sure I've got info for you. Say 250 bits per location. It landed over by some particularly aggressive creepy crawlies. I'll mark it for you. The last is a pretty little place I like to call the Crystal Overlook. Can't miss them. Uh-huh.
Damage-prone daredevil. You're getting battered and bruised, brutally battling Auntie's enemies. So we're honoring your sacrifice by winning the war on high prices.
What's happening? Are you making any progress? Thank you, but...
Get you gone. You ain't got clearance to come this way. One step more and you die.
Honestly, why do you persist in antagonizing me? Wonderful. Then you should be off to find a dematerializer and dispose of Cuddy's body. Thank Law. You'll find Cuddy inside the tower, but you'll have to sneak your way past the guards. It simply wouldn't do for me to announce your intentions to the base. Then come back and tell me when I've got no more evidence to hold Bardot and can draw this whole thing to a close. I've been told Chief Cuddy's corpse has gone missing. Which is a surprise to both of us, I'm sure. Thank you for your help. You've saved 2 careers today and allowed us to put this whole miserable affair behind us. Of course. Debts left unpaid decays our character and all of anti-society. And this torrid affair has come close enough to doing both already. Regardless, it's nothing but ink in the ledger now. And speaking of ledgers, Bardot is free. And here's the balance for yours. Which means we're done.
You did it! You actually did it! I can't believe you could get it done. Thank you, thank you, thank you! I'm so glad to be out of that damn cage. Framing me? Who? Do you know what happened? I wish I had bits for you, but I'm still in debt from this uniform, and meals, and the incarceration fee they charged me for being locked up. But I'm telling everyone what you did.